Hi all. This is obviously about bridge, so if you're not into a bridge game, then I'm looking at the wrong video. The best way certainly to improve your bridge is to read books. That's without a doubt. Pretty much that applies for anything for that matter. I'm a teacher by trade, and it always surprises me that even after several versions or revisions of some particular document you're giving your students, there's always some mistake that you didn't spot, whatever it is. And it's the same with bridge books. I've led lots and lots of bridge books, and the analysis and the point that's being made is all fine and well, but the author has invariably overlooked something, and this hand here is such a hand. So the suggested bidding was 2 clubs by south, 2 diamonds by north, relay, 2 spades, 2 no trump by north, natural, second negative, I don't know, 3 spades, got a really good spade suit, pass, 4 spades. And that's the contract at the end of it. Now, the first thing I'd notice here is that, first of all, 3 no trump is absolutely laid out, okay? It is 9 tricks on top. In fact, I think it is 10 tricks on top of it. It's got 6 spades, 2 hearts, 1 club, 1 9. So 10 tricks, absolutely stone cold, nothing you can do about it. So you're in the wrong contract, okay? Oh, we got 10 tricks, 9 tricks, sorry. Okay, that's ace king of hearts, ace of clubs, and 6 spades, and 9 tricks. Okay, how do you know that north with the ace of clubs? I don't know. But what frequently happens is, like with the south hand here, you have 8 absolute stone cold tricks in your hand, and all you need is something in clubs, and the chances are you're making 3 no trump. So maybe 4 spades isn't the best idea in the world. Okay, having said that, of course, I suppose if I could north and bid 2 no trump, unfortunately leave your diamond open to a lead, and that doesn't really help. Anyway, that's totally right. So we've got over here the west hand. So what are we going to lead? We're obviously lead the queen of hearts. So let's do that. And we win with king. Okay. So now we're going to draw a couple of rounds of trumps. 3 rounds of trumps. There we go. So all trumps gone. Okay, and now we've got to look at our prospects in the minors. So we're going to lose a heart more than likely. It looks like we're going to lose a club, and we could easily lose 2 diamonds. So on the actual lay of the hand, we actually are going to lose 2 diamonds. But we don't know that. So what's the best line? So what basically I suppose what a lot of people would do is they play 10 of clubs, they run it. A good defender with the west hand would cover, of course, and then that option gone. And then they play a diamond up, and they guess the diamonds, and they'd say, oh, that was a bit unlucky, at least it was 50%. So in the author in this particular case basically suggested, well, no, let's not do that. Let's just play the king of diamonds. Okay, whoever wins it is almost certainly going to continue a heart. You win that, and now you play your 10 of diamonds. And now your jack of diamonds is set up for your club discard, which is a pretty good line. Doesn't involve any guessing, and it seems to work. And he also says that if on the king of diamonds the opponents get crafty and they switch to a club, trying to knock out your ace of clubs before your jack of diamonds is set up, then you can just duck it. East will win with the king, and you get in with your heart or whatever, and then you just finesse the jack of clubs and pitch a diamond on the or pitch one of your losers, whatever suit they tackle on your jack of clubs, which is all true. So it all looks rosy, all looks wonderful. But the author unfortunately missed one thing, which certainly against good defenders is going to happen. So I'll give you a second or two, maybe to see can you spot it, or maybe you have spotted it when I've been talking. So king of diamonds, and West wins with the ace, small bump, right? And West has to take a roll call of South's hand. Okay, so West knows that South has 6 solid spades, ace, king, queen, because they didn't continue playing more spades, so they know they've got 6 spades. They know they've got the king and ace of hearts. South should really have won the first heart with the ace, but didn't. So East would not duck the queen of hearts if he had the ace in his hand. That you could easily run to a single king, because there's no idea what's in the south hand. So that's got the ace king of hearts. So that's how many points? That's 10. That's 17 already. And if South has the king of clubs, well, then the contract is cold. It just goes king of clubs, clubs of jack, ace of clubs, pitch a heart, and it's still cold. Doesn't matter what you do. So as a defender, the West in particular, you have to play partner with the king of clubs. There's the only way to beat this. So it's quite clear that as the king of diamonds, once South gets in and leads another diamond towards the jack, he's going to set up that diamond and he's going to have the ace of clubs to get into it, regardless of whether he has a 10 or not. Now in this case here, he happens to have a 10. So you need to get rid of that club. And if you play a low club, you can see what's going to happen, right? If your partner doesn't have a 10, it's going to run, it's going to have king, and then they're going to be able to nest the jack. So how do you stop that? Well, you lead the queen of clubs yourself. And that's it. So it's absolutely irrelevant now what the player does. They're gone. They can't do anything. They're just absolutely bandexed. And that's, I suppose, the point that our author in this particular case didn't see. So against good defense, your best line is probably take the first heart, draw a couple of rounds of trumps, leave the 10 of clubs, and see does get covered. Well, I mean, against good, assuming good defense is going to get covered. So in that case, your best defense probably, or best chance, is just probably to leave club up, the ace, and a diamond background. And what you might in fact even do is you might even actually just concede tricks in the other suits to see can you get a possible count or some sort of information. Maybe even play 2 more rounds of trumps or something like that. See can you get a few discards out of the opponent. But against weaker defenders, it's probably a good line playing the king of diamonds, because I mean they're almost certainly going to come back to a heart, and now you're cold. Okay, interesting.